Adjustment layers allow you to make alterations or changes to your layers based on what they have available. A lot of them are color based, but they do different things. So for example, if I click right here on the top layer, this is actually an adjustment layer. I can see that because it's got this little symbol instead of the image down here or the type tool. This represents a layer, an adjustment layer. So I'm going to go to my half black, half white circle, and I'm going to look at the different adjustment layers that I have. I can also look inside of my adjustments area right here, and I can see the different adjustments here as well. So I'm going to click on this half black, half white circle, and I'm going to go to hue and saturation. And when I do that, you see right here in my properties panel, I get options for what I picked. So as long as I pick something that I can kind of manipulate in some way, shape, or form, I can alter the colors of this to do different things. So you see that hue and adjustment affects everything below it. I can take the color away or ramp it up. I can make it darker or lighter. That's just what hue and saturation does. But you see it affects everything below it. Alright, so now as I move this around, if I wanted it to affect just one area of this image, I could move it around, link it down to this image. This is my smoke. And you see if I move this around, I can change my smoke color. Or if I move it down to just on top of him, I can make it where it just affects him. So it depends on which layer it's above as to which layer it's going to affect, if it's linked correctly. Now, if it's not linked correctly, you got a whole nother problem, right? You have to have things linked right in order to affect things right. So it should have that arrow at all times. That symbol exists right here. You can turn that on so it only affects one thing there. Or with the layer selected, I can click just underneath it, holding Option, and that'll link to the one underneath it. So either way, make sure when you're making adjustment layers that you're linking to the correct layer in order to get the correct effect. Feel free to experiment with these. You'll need these on every single one of your projects, so get used to them now.